A giant is on the move. For some fresh grazing. This is Triceratops. They spend most of the day feeding on low-lying vegetation. But their feeding is about to be interrupted. Tyrannosaurus rex, the tyrant lizard king. He's on the hunt for Triceratops. These creatures are very well armed. And defensive. Even though this hunt was unsuccessful, this predator isn't about to give up yet. He has other options as well. And that's because he lives during the great reign of the dinosaurs. $66 million years ago. Dinosaurs were majestic creatures. Giants. And monsters. The often seen more imagined than real. This is the age of the dinosaurs. This is the story of the dinosaurs as it has never been told before. It takes place in a world lost to time. Long before the infamous asteroid. Millions and millions of years in the past. On a planet that looks nothing as it does today. Our story begins in an era known as the Triassic. This is the supercontinent of Pangaea. a single immense landmass that stretches from pole to pole. Its vast desert interior is more like the surface of Mars than planet Earth. Temperatures here are brutally hot. In some places, it hasn't rained for thousands of years. The world is still recovering from the Permian mass extinction, also known as the Great Dying. An apocalyptic event that decimated 80% of all life on Earth. To us, it means like this planet might be lifeless, but not really at all. Dinosaurs, one of the most resilient animals to ever live. One of the few animals to survive the Great Dying. In a dangerous world of instability and chaos, it was the humble burrowers like Dinosaurs that stood the best chance of survival. They're already adapted to breathing unclean air as a result of their fossil lifestyle. And the diet of roots and balls could be sustainable in a world of uncertainty. It's thought that they prolong hibernation to the growth marks on their task. It's a valuable trait while surviving an unfortunate natural disaster. As the dust settled and the world returned to normalcy, it was Dinosaurs that quickly explored the mangled remains of the Permian ecosystems and conquered the world. Even though the most successful animals to ever live, the success won't last long. Because more creatures are about to take control of the world has recovered. Despite all they had endured, the humble Dinosaurs were about to be outmatched by their competitors. Those competitors are what we known as the reptiles. As time evolved, warm, lush coastlines evolved, signaling the arrival of new life. Like the time of the ancient reptiles. This was a time long before the age of dinosaurs. This is Saurosuchus, a 9-meter-long carnivore that stalks the river plain. It's body in Eagleostia, a Dicynodon. Got his eyes all on it. Saurosuchus were not built for high-speed chases. Instead, to get their prey, they rely on an ambush tactic. That means getting as close as possible. But this Mosasaurus is not alone. Another one is here. He's also using the same tactic. This one decided that it's now or never. When Ichigashia is distracted, the other Sausaurus takes his chance as well. The Ichigashia may have gotten away. It was not a loss for them. They know they're so close to game over. The victim is suffering from blood loss and is exhausted. He still keeps going. Until no longer has the strength to fight. With a successful hunt like this, you come in for a peaceful dinner. This isn't always the case. There are squabbles over food. The other Mosasaurus gets his fair share of meat and leads it for his own direction. But our male keeps his big prize. But in the Sausaurus' domain, a twist in evolution would change the course of history. These little reptiles are the first of its kind. Eoraptors. They were similar to a small dog. But to make up for it, because they have a set of skills that sets them apart from the other reptiles. Like the remarkable ability to stand on 2 legs, not just 4. They also have advanced lungs and lighter bones. Adaptations to get these little reptiles an invaluable gift. The ability to catch food. But their legs also used for another reason. The ability to escape danger. Herrerasaurus. Similar to Eoraptor, but bigger. And carnivorous. Eoraptor very agile and nimble. But Herrerasaurus are experienced predators, and they would miss all the time in their hunts. a lucky escape for this Eoraptor. As a business opportunity, these two Dinosaurs try to take a chance, another one's meow. Which he slightly refused. The Eoraptor takes cover in a herd of Iguanosaurus. The herd is led by a high-ranking male who basically watches over when rats feed and forage. The Eoraptor has a nice relationship with Iguanosaurus and is not really a threat to them. So, it comes and goes with the herd as it please. Iguanosaurus also finds the same group as Eoraptor and Herrerasaurus. All of them walk on 2 legs and not 4, like the other ancient reptiles. And with that, they all fall within the same group. The dinosaurs. These species are the first among them. The Triassic is known for a time when many different reptiles begin to take over, especially those that live in different environments. There are some that do not thrive on land, but in the oceans of the Triassic seas. The warm shallow seas is where Nothosaurus thrive. They're so adaptable to their environments that they face little competition. Its streamlined body reaches a length of 7 meters, being ideal for gliding quickly through the water. And it's for a good reason. To catch fish, which are its primary diet. Using its tail and the line between its toes, it goes ghostly through the shallow seas, making it an efficient fish hunter. Brontosaurus is also adapted for short excursions onto land. It uses this opportunity to warm bright under the sun and store heat. These pauses are also useful for breathing. Like marine reptiles, the source must regularly surface for air. But when hunting, it must return to the seas. While oceans have been formed before the Triassic Period, new forms of habitat are resurfacing after the Great Dying. Like forest. Endless deserts have slowly vanished. And now Pangea is reborn. Whole new life are about to resurface, including the dinosaurs. Coelophysis. Reaching lengths of 10 feet and weighing about 45 pounds, this coyote-sized predator serves as an evolutionary blueprint for a group of dinosaurs called theropods. Theropods are characterized as primarily bipedal carnivorous dinosaurs. They're defined by a hollow bone, small curved teeth for eating flesh, and three-toed bird-like feet. Which remains dinosaurs are coelophysis and agile hunter. Its primary diet are small animals, including young placarius. But for the coelophysis, curiosity gets the better of it. It seems this one has never seen a Placeus before. It isn't acting on hunting instinct, just out of curiousness. Even it's like that for the calf, but the mother is still very protective, no matter what. But when I get away sooner or later, Katachi Jodan is a small animal so I make with fast food. But it suffices. It's quite tender looking at it. Its usual food is becoming fierce and very defensive. The smell of what I shout and please stand up to a dinosaur bigger than it. A loud water is heard. A female Polysuchus is patrolling her territory. She doesn't take kindly to trespassers. Including dinosaurs. Here in this area, Polysuchus is top of the food chain, putting another creature in their place, and to remind them that she is top predator. But there's only one thing she is afraid of. That's other Polysuchus. This robber Polysuchus is trying to claim this female's territory. Female Polysuchus grow quickly than male Polysuchus. But this rival is also a female, so these two are evenly matched. They both try intimidation, but neither one backs down. No back-offs, it's the one thing. And fight. Fights like these include Biden moving into position and lunging back and forth. The rival flees, but the current female takes chase. Unsuccessful to try to gain new territory, the rival purposely gets flees and have to set someone else to find territory of her very own. But for this female, she still reigns supreme. The sea fox was glad must be in the middle of a post-circuit squabble and goes on the move again. Just because dinosaurs are continuing to thrive in super environments does not mean they're the true ultimate survivors. They start to rebel against the elements, such as environmental stress or natural disaster, like a seasonal drought. This herd of Plateosaurus on a desperate search for water. The horn find an oasis, which contains all the friendly water they need for survival. But they've been traveling for days and days, and still no sign. Worse than that, the heat is getting to them. Some of her members collapse from the heat. They feel helpless, unable to move on. But somehow it was tend like a helping hand. They must keep going, no matter what. One straggler seems to be having the hardest of all. He is moving too slow. The other plesiosaurs seem to be on a steady pace. While he lags behind. The heating sun seems to be too much for him to handle. He may soon collapse. He still finds the strength to get back up and keep going. Hopefully this courage motivates him to keep going and rejoin the rest of the herd. And not still far back behind. After a long while, the place where his herd had finally reached their destination. An oasis. And for the straggler, he put in more effort and finally got him to his destination. Finally reaching their goal, they have water, food, and most importantly, shelter. This oasis will keep her well suited for a few months. Until once again, it's going to dry out. You have to search for a different oasis But for now, it's home, sweet home. Throughout the course of the Triassic, more reptile species are vying for domination, and some of them have taken to the air. Pterosaurs, flying reptiles with a wingspan of up to 18 meters. And they're in total command of the Triassic skies. These are Pterodactyls, and their homes within the coastal marine environments of Pangaea. They live there for a specific reason. Insects. Before, insects were big and huge until they dominated the Carboniferous period. But now, in the Triassic, they have now become small and the hunted. While many of one's reptiles started to take form, some started vying for dominance with each other. Here's near the end of the Triassic era, and some battles are still going on to determine the fate of the species within it. If a Solasuchus is on the hunt, it's spots a herd of Dinosaurs on the move. He's taking a weak number or a straggler. Once he picks his target, he gets into ambush mode. Getting as close as they can. Once he finds in position, he begins to hunt. Speed and precision is what gets the job done. Like when we refuse peacefully for long. Carnivorous dinosaur Zoopasaurus has another kill and wants it. Before, dinosaurs had to fear the other reptiles, such as Basilosuchus. But now, they don't have to fear them at all, since they evolved. And the Zoopasaurus is holding his ground. Not leaving without a fight. But here, at the end of the Triassic, the entire ground is about to throw the entire dinosaur story into chaos.